It is no surprise that Renaissance architects depended heavily on ratios and geometric patterns to ensure successful and aesthetic design. Filippo Brunelleschi, who is considered to be one of the greatest architects of his time, designed the Pazzi Chapel in a similar fashion. In his decorative ornamentation, he creates what essentially are window frames on the side of the wall opposite from the one facing the porch, as a reflection of the windows that bring light into the building. In effect, they stress the order and mathematical relation of the building, similar to the functions of the pilasters. The nature of the shapes he used, such as the square and circle, were the major components that assisted in his proportions of the building. Furthermore, the Pazzi Chapel is based on the square and its three major divisions: rational whole numbers and fractional parts, square roots and irrationals, and the golden section family. From the square, Brunelleschi was able to form circles and triangles proportional to the entire structure. These three elements exist as the one unifying force in the architecture of the chapel. The artistry was in the integration of these three geometric systems.
The ratios used in this complex design aided in minimizing any possible imbalances. It is reported that the shorter walls have an almost exact ratio. To help illustrate this ratio, we will use a magnificently proportional square. If one side of the square in the center of the chapel was labeled D, we now know that the heights of the pilasters are 3/4 of D, which is one side of the square. The distance between the entablature to the arches is equal to 1/2 of D. The square's length correlates to most of this symmetrically designed structure. A more in-depth relationship between proportions could be seen with the distance between the pillars, which is equivalent to 2 times the length of the long panels. What's also half the size of the long panels are the panels in the dome. The length of just one side of a square helps us unlock many lengths in the Pazzi Chapel that lead to a whole unraveling of measurements. No AutoCAD included.